There's a new trend of influencer on social media, and it's called the Restock influencer. And when I tell you it is out of control, it is literally out of control. Like, this is the final boss of consumerism, and it is insane. If you guys have ever seen Restock influencers on social media before, let me know your thoughts about them down in the comments below. Do you defend them? Do you like what they do? Or do you see the insanity? Let me know down in the comment section below, and let's get right into today's episode. Oh my. It just keeps going. What is that, a lock? Another plastic box that locks in the junk food? Did you see that too? Those were plastic water bottles for water with fruit in them. A pizza divider? The amount of plastic, this is next level. Trying to see if we can get... Oh, we almost got it. Let's just look at that. I'll go back a little bit here. All right, so check this out. The amount of plastic that I am seeing in this fridge is insane. Like, the amount of single-use stuff in there mixed with the just taking up real estate in your fridge. How many drink things does she have? There's 2 containers on the left. She's got a water filter flavor thing also in the middle. Then plastic containers of water with fruit, with like fruit or lime or lemon in them. And then she's got all the plastic or her sodas on the right. And then above it, she's got creamer and little Stanley cups of drinks that she pre-made. I mean, the amount of consumerism in this one video, and we're only on the first video, is insane. But this is what I'm talking about by Restock influencers, and the people that look up to this, that watch this and don't realize what is going on here, are going to go broke trying to become or be influenced by these influencers, because not to mention all this crap is going to end up in a landfill once you get a new fridge, once you switch apartments, once you, I don't know, move somewhere and the layout of your refrigerator is different. It's all going to get thrown out and wasted here. But this is consumerism's final boss. Oh boy, that was just the front part. Now we're into the freezer. Are we filling up the entire freezer with just ice cubes? Oh, it just keeps going. Now we are on the second drawer of just filling it up with ice cubes. This is just, it's insanity. Like, it's literal insanity. If people don't realize, now we have to look at this from 2 different viewpoints, from the consumer and then from the influencer, which we'll try to cover in the video here. But from the consumerism side, this is going to make you go broke. This is literally going to make you go broke. This is the definition of overspending. I don't know if you've seen, it started with doom spending of everybody blowing all their money on just like useless stuff. 100 Stanleys, Crocs, yada, yada, yada. And then that's since evolved. And then I've discovered these like smaller niches of underconsumption core, overconsumption core. And this is the final boss of that. This is Restock influencers. This is like where it stems from here. And it's insane. Now, if you haven't seen those videos before on underconsumption, overconsumption, doom spending, I will, post a link to them down in the description below for you guys to check out. But I highly recommend you start there and then work your way forward.
Let's restock my pantries. First up are the candy dispensers. The candy in them is still good. My kids are just tired of it, so I'm taking what's left to my nieces and nephews. The new candy they picked to replace it with are these Nerds gummy clusters and some mini M&Ms. All the containers I'll be using can be found in my Amazon storefront. Up next are candy bars and then some donuts and cakes on Lazy Susans. This package from Takis came right in time
there
for
it
my
is.
restock. They recently launched a new flavor called Buck and Ranch, and I couldn't resist trying them right away.
Gotta plug the sponsor. Also notice, like, we're just coming at this from like a budget friendly side. Like, I am so into budgeting and saving money and trying to invest as much as I can and be out of debt. But this is why people have like $900 grocery bills. This is insane. What is with all the single use items here? Who would ever buy all these single use snacks? I mean, you could go and buy beef steaks and all the other packages, the Entenmann's that she bought, whatever. If that's what you're into, so be it. But you could go buy a big family-sized bag and save, it's like half the price. But all the single-use plastic here, I mean, talk about not being environmentally friendly at all and extremely wasteful here. But there is like this small hint of, ooh, this looks really nice. I don't know. I have like OCD and seeing how fancy and organized everything is definitely like hits a nerve, and I really like the way it looks. But to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on all these plastic dividers and Tupperware and just to make things look nice and appealing, it's a ton of money. I'm going to go broke doing that.
I like to organize larger bags of chips and boxed items in these baskets. These cookie jars are a new find, and I'm in love with how fresh they keep whatever you put in them. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for the snack choices, but it's fine because social media isn't a real place. TikToker Nara Smith makes everything she gives her kids from scratch, even cereal, and everyone in her comments complains about how long it takes and makes jokes that her kids are starving while they're waiting on her to prepare these things that she could have bought.
Bro, we're not even going to go into the fathom that all of this is like horrible for your health. Literally horrible for your health. This is all sugar. There isn't a single thing of like fat or protein in any of that. It's all the same artificially flavored colors here with different cereals now here. And why are we repackaging things over and over again? Like, what's the attractiveness of that? I understand it all looks very nice and organized here, but we're just creating tons more waste. Like we're undoing the cereal box to then put it in another plastic box so that we can see the cereal.
The store. Meanwhile, those same people leave her video to come to mine to tell me that I'm going to give my kids diabetes for doing exactly what they just suggested to her. You cannot win on the internet, and that's why I don't even try. I just laugh and keep it moving. But back to this restock. I only needed to refill 2 of my jars, and then it was time to put everything into my second pantry. The 2 closed doors at the bottom I just used for overstock, and that's it. Here's the finished results.
I mean, look at that. That's gorgeous. Anybody that says that doesn't look visually appealing on the eyes is insane. That looks gorgeous, but look at all the single-use stuff there. Why does anybody need... Look at how many different types of orange juice she has. There's like 9 different orange juice, all the different types of juices that she has. Why would you do that? Why not just buy 1 or 2 big jugs of orange juice, save your money on that, and look at all the repurposed, I can't even focus here. Look at the eggs. Instead of using egg containers, we're going to put them in plastic containers here. It just goes on and on and on. This is insanity.
Bye.
9 Stanleys? We have an organizer divider. I mean, this is getting me, should I go ahead and like find all this stuff on Amazon and leave a link down in the description below for you guys to check out using my Amazon affiliate? Because that's all that this is doing. And we're going to talk about it from the influencer side here, but nobody needs 2 sets of dividers. And I feel like some of you guys watching this are going to get some good ideas for organization. Not to say that organization is bad. I think with building wealth and finance and being organized is an extremely useful tool to get there. Because if everything's a mess and everything's all over the place, you're not going to be able to focus budgets or, reduce your spending here because you don't know where anything is. But this is like a level above that. Oh my. Is that a purse for your purse? What is that? Where do you store all those trays of ice? What the heck? Look at all the plastic drawers. What is this? Are we off? All right, we're on a new thing here. Oh, this is car clean and restock. All right, before we get into this one here, I just need you guys to understand this. From a marketing perspective, these are influencers, the final boss of consumerism, and they make their money from posting content on these restock videos here. Obviously, nobody in the right, this is not normal. This is like so abnormal there. Nobody should be going out of their way, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on organization stuff. Yes, a little bit here and there, it's fine. But to this extreme is insane. And the thing is, these influencers make money in multiple ways. For starters, a lot of the times, they don't even buy these products. These are free promotional products that are sent to these influencers for free. Guilty of it. I've dealt not with stuff like this, but for car stuff, people have sent me things, tire inflators and stuff like that for me to show off. I disclose it. They're not doing that, but what they're doing is sending me that free product, and I'm showing it off here. And a lot of this, I'm sure, is that same stuff. So they're not spending the money on it. And if they are spending the money on it here, they have Amazon affiliate links or affiliate links to wherever they're purchasing it to, satisfy you, because this is satisfying content for your eyes and your ears. ASMR now, we're branching off into a new influencer niche. And what they're doing is wanting you to do this too. And they're putting these links down in the description and they want you to buy them. That's the sole purpose of this content, is to get you to overspend your money. And I'll tell you, they're doing a damn good job doing so, because, it's literally the newest trend going viral right now on social media. This is crazy to have this much stuff. So I'm just going to pause. So not only do we have, she's spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on, all this organizational stuff here, but now we have a brand new truck. We're now dipping into that whole car payment thing of why, Americans are like stone cold broke and have no investments, no savings, nothing. And it's because of videos like this. Ooh, I see a nice fancy truck. I want to go buy a nice fancy truck or a nice fancy car. Ooh, I want to organize my car and restock my car. And this is the problem. What even? Oh my. That was just product. Oh, we're still going. Hold on. I mean, this is so tough for me because I'm trying to see past it, because I see the attraction to it. I see why people are addicted to watching these videos, because it is satisfying. It is an ASMR. It is a way of cleaning and organizing. And there's just something about people being attracted to seeing nice, symmetry and organized things here. But you got to understand, this is not real life. You got to relax at some point here. You got to understand that this is like the final boss of consumerism here. And the whole purpose is to lure you in to buy stuff and overspend your money. Anybody doing this, I promise you, is going to go broke quicker than they realize it. They're going to have an Amazon cart filled with thousands of dollars worth of plastic stuff. And I'll tell you, the second you move, the second you go somewhere else, the second your style change, it's all going to end up in a landfill. And you're going to be like, damn, I wish I saved my money. And if you're really into doing this, find a friend that's already done it. And when they're over it, buy it all off them for a quarter of the price. Look on Facebook. There's better ways of doing this than buying it directly on Amazon, brand new. It's like, why would you need that? It's like a product for a product for a product for a product. Oh my geez. Let's unpack something that's already packaged and move it into something else that's we bought specially for this thing to package it again. So I wanted to throw in stuff. So I was going deep down the rabbit hole here, and I'm glad we got to this point here. And I was like, where did this start from? Is this just an American thing? Like, is it just in America that we have this crazy consumerism, overconsumption, spending habit, like a problem with that? Granted, our GDP is like 70% made up from, consumer spending, from us retailers spending all of our money on products and stuff like that. But many months ago, or maybe even years ago, I used to watch videos online similar to this, and I spent hours trying to find it, and I did. And I think we stole the idea from China. I think this video is from China here, and it's a way for them to promote items. That's what you guys have to understand. This is not really normal living. This is China trying to find ways to market their cheap products to you. This is all stuff you buy on Temu, on Amazon, on AliExpress, just websites like that here. And I found this video and I was like, this is the same thing. It's like IKEA. Now, before we go any further, I just want to read a couple comments from a previous episode on Overconsumption Core that we did, which I highly recommend you guys should check out here. And if you guys want to get featured like this in another episode, then make sure to drop a comment down below. Otherwise, check this out. So we have here Maya3560 says, I live in Northern Europe, and yes, consumerism really is a thing. Now, I thought, as I said, it was just maybe an American thing, but they go, our candy aisles are ridiculous. But the American consumerism is like us on steroids. You have so much stuff we don't even know that exists. Now, if you guys are from another country and you can maybe find the video on TikTok or social media, make sure to send it to me down below. I have my Instagram down there. Copy the video, send me the link so I can put this in a future video here. But that's crazy because I always thought that. And we were watching like Underconsumption Core videos and people were saying like Europe doesn't have nearly as much stuff, or they go to this extreme that we do here in America. And I really do think maybe it's because of the crazy capitalism that we have. But whatever is in our water or our Starbucks here is making us spend money like crazy, and it's a reason why everybody's broke. It really is. Now, the next comment here says from Holly Wilson 9763, having an organized fridge has allowed us to replace what we use, stop buying what we don't, see everything, and make our grocery budget better. Yes, I invested in some of the containers, but they have saved us more than $45. I spent on them almost a year ago. Granted, I don't have as many as the first video that I showed, but I really don't think I have anything. Granted, the fridge that I have in my house comes organized for the most part, like almost all fridges do. And I think we've bought maybe one container for like $6 at TJ Maxx here. But I don't know. I don't think I need to go to that level of extreme to organize my fridge to save money, because it's going to even out, or I'm going to spend more on the organizational stuff than on the food. But my stuff doesn't go bad. It's pretty simple. If you're going to overbuy fruits and vegetables and it goes bad, just don't do it again the next time. I kind of learned from my previous mistakes here, but I've never seemed to have this problem or find an excuse to overspend on organizational stuff. But don't get me wrong. We should all be organized. I think it's a very good thing that we should all be doing, is keeping our lives organized. Fridge, cabinets, brain, car, all that stuff should be organized because it is very helpful for us. And the last comment here, which I think kind of sums up what I just said before, says the idea of organization is actually beneficial to the brain, but to spend hundreds of dollars on containers is ridiculous. And I totally agree. That's kind of my point, that there's a level to do things, and then there's too much of doing something where we're really going above and beyond. And they go, I like to line things up neatly and or put things into right size box containers or jars for free, recycling stuff I already have or dollar store at the most. Yeah, I totally agree to this extent here. And that's also another thing in regards to underconsumption, giving things another life. All the tomato jars that you throw out and stuff like that, those can be reused for organizational use. You don't have to go out of your way and spend extra money on these containers and stuff, because that at its core is overconsumption. And the whole point is to try to reduce, reuse, recycle, and underconsume. And even though you might think the organizational benefit might help you save money, you are overconsuming either way, because it's the act of buying something that is over consuming. Now, check this out. I mean, before we even get into here, this is a prime example of like the overconsumption video. I should have used this. Look at all the Funko Pops that she has in the background of her video. No wonder she's spending $7,000 on groceries. I don't even see how that's going to fit in that fridge. I've never even come close to that. Maybe $200, $250 a month. Look at the freaking background of this video before we even get into it.
Let's restock our fridge with $7,000 worth of groceries.
Oh boy, oh boy. Look at all the single servings. This is my point. Why not just buy a couple big things of applesauce and call it a day? Also, unless she's got like a family of 8 or 9 kids, all of those perishable, vegetables and fruits are going to go bad and get thrown out here. Let's just be real here. This is literally insane. Look at all the single servings. What?
Yes, I know you have to put these in the freezer, but I'm leaving a couple out for tomorrow morning. You could leave them up to 7 days.
Restock $1,000 worth of grocery with me. This is going to be my first restock in my new kitchen, so I'm super excited. All the containers and organizers that I'll be using can be found in my Amazon storefront.
That's exactly, there it is. I was waiting for somebody to say that. There's your answer. This is from the influencer side. This is only wherever they get these products from, whether it was sent to them for free or whether they purchase them themselves, is only to get you to purchase it. That is the sole purpose. Nobody actually has this much stuff in their crazy gorgeous kitchen. Are we going to ignore that too, that these kitchens are like several $1,000s? Like, this is a beautiful brand new modern kitchen. I've even seen videos online. I don't know if you've seen that, where you can actually in LA, you can rent out houses that are specifically designed to make content. They're called content houses here. So people can bring over all the groceries and stuff and these containers and dolly up their fridge and freezer and stuff like that, and it's not even theirs. Like, you can pay to rent it out, which is insanity too. But like, we know this is a joke, right? There's no way anybody needs that many juices in separate containers in a separate rack. This is insanity. You're not a bodega. You're not a storefront. This makes no sense. This is overspending, overconsumption. And if you're into the environment, this is all the way out there. Let's throw that out of the equation here, because this is doing nothing but harming with the amount of plastic and overconsumption that we're buying here. But just go and buy one big jug of cranberry juice, one of orange juice, and one of grape juice, and call it a day. Why do we need to spend 3 times the amount of money to get all these products instead of just getting the other stuff? It makes no sense to me.
My Amazon storefront. But if I could only recommend one product to you, it would definitely be this egg container, because it's perfect for one-handed use. Up next, we have these glass pitchers that I like to use for milk, orange juice, and lemonade. I love that the lids have little filters. I keep my condiments on a Lazy Susan, and then I have these little snack containers that I put in the door of the fridge, as well as this cute little sliced cheese holder. Next, we have lunch meat, and I already know what y'all are going to ask, and that is how I keep up with expiration dates. I used to write on the back of the containers with dry erase markers, but I just found this Bluetooth label maker for only $20. My new baking container doesn't fit whole slices, but I think that's great for portion control. Next, I have my fruit drawers as well as my herb saver. You just add water to it and it more than doubles the life expectancy. Now it's time to add everything to the fridge.
This is a brand new fridge. This is too crazy.
And I already know the next question y'all are going to ask. and that's where do I store my leftovers. And honestly, we just don't eat leftovers. Maybe spaghetti, but even then, I just push the fruit containers back because they are pretty shallow. Next is the freezer. There's nothing really fancy going on over here. I have some bag items at the top as well as frozen fruits and vegetables in containers. The freezer rack is new and I'm loving it for boxed items. But yeah, that's it. Here's the end result. Come back for the pantry.
Oh my god. Now this is for a guest bathroom. Bro, like, this is, like, better than a hotel. I don't even understand the point of doing this here. It's pure insanity. Like, not only are you wasting a ton of money buying all these extra loose products, it's just insane. Like, I don't even have any words anymore to describe the overspending and overconsumption that I am watching right now. If you are trying to save money, and some of you guys are probably asking me, well, why are you showing us this? I just want to show you the traps that are on the internet out there that are not maybe so direct with their intentions of the videos. These videos are meant for you to spend money. They're overconsumption, consumerism traps. And that is the whole premise and focal point of this channel, is to address, find, target, and let you guys understand what to look for. Because some people might not realize the intentions of these videos when they stumble upon them on the internet. As great as they look, as you heard with the last video, the sole point is to get you to buy stuff. Buy. Stuff you probably don't even need. And then you're going to be back on this channel looking up ways of how to save and invest and find, hobbies of how to, or hustles, side hustles to make more money. Don't be doing that. Don't be stupid. What's with all these new houses? This is like rich talk. It's not even like normal consumption here. These are, look at how aesthetically pleasing even the houses are here. Everything is brand spanking new, which tells you either it's a fake rented house or they have a ton of money, because this makes no sense. Like pre-made parfaits. Plastic. This is insanity. I mean, don't get me wrong, those are pretty cool, but this is like an insane level of just reorganizing containers and taking products out of their original packaging and then moving them into something else. What, we've moved on to like, that's like commercial grade containers now. Look at that. That's commercial grade stuff. When I used to work at a smoothie bar, those are the containers that we used. It's like working at like Chipotle. I'm actually very excited that that video ended because that's insane. But I mean, I would love to hear your guys' opinions on what you think about this type of overconsumption consumerism here. I think I can go even deeper and find some other crazy videos on this here, but I'd love to hear your opinion on what you think about these restock influencers down in the comments below. Do you defend them? Do you think it's totally fine to be this organized here, or do you see through the facade that this is not real life, not real, and obviously don't need to be buying that much stuff? Keep in mind, this is a beautiful house. It's crazy that it's like the richest of the rich spending their money on stuff like that in here. Like, that's what I'm saying, and I have to find the article in another video that these are fake houses that you can rent out. We'll talk about that in another video, but let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Don't go broke following these crazy trends, you know. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.